Too bad. So sad.
You want the
live.
mustache on or off? Oh, take it off, honey. Too bad.
Too bad.
We were talking
live.
I also feel like just throwing into the
Buckethead
mix Harvey
Wendy.
Birdman, attorney at law, too.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Ha! Dangly parts.
Cookies on Dells.
Was I sent
Birdman.
okay?
I'm the alpha
Birdman.
male.
Yeah, we talked about C Lab 2021. Really good.
Yeah.
Talked a lot about Aqua Teens.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a koala bear crapped a rainbow in my brain.
I love
So
Joe
Harvey
doesn't know
Birdman,
any
attorney
of
at
those.
law.
They're all from the
Yeah.
before.
What was it?
How does this rock come
Oh
down?
man, it's the perfect time to watch the
That implies
Elvis episode.
responsibility.
Yeah, or the Stimutax episode.
Yeah.
Stimutax.
99% kelp.
I need
Having a
my
moment.
butter, Jake. I can't go back to margarine.
If you want to go a little further off the rails, you can go into Frisky Dingo territory.
Oh, with rapier
gosh.
rape?
Yeah.
What about Space
that's-
Ghost Coast to Coast?
Frisky Dingo, I think, is a show that not many people saw, but was
I
very
watched
great.
Frisky Dingo. It was good.
Did you hear they're going to do
Frisky
a
Dingo's
new
weird.
Hanna-Barbera Herculoids and Space
Really?
Ghost?
I did not.
No,
What?
are they? They're bringing them back?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah, dude! One of my favorite Christmas ornaments ever that I got as a kid is Space Ghost. Like I love Space Ghost and the Herculoids and all that shit. It's fantastic.
As far as I know,
The,
the last half hour you guys have made up completely random games.
The
These are all
I don't remember
shows
who
that
did
I
it,
spent a
but there
significant
was
amount of my
a-
life on.
there was a comic, like a miniseries comic of like a Space Ghost's origin story.
Yeah.
That would, holy shit, was that dark and fantastic. That was so good. Was it Alex Ross that did the artwork for that? Or was it somebody else? It had kind of a very, like the covers at least were very like artsy done. Very, very kind of oil painting, watercolor painting.
Well, that sounds like Alex Ross.
Yeah.
So you know the adage, don't trust anyone over 30. I think my new adage is, don't trust anyone that doesn't remember Welcome Back, Carter.
Welcome back.
Sorry, Joe. You're not trustworthy.
Welcome back.
That's fair. Okay. We're playing Salvage Union. A good
Magnet.
game. Hex crawl, mecha rules light.
Yeah.
This will be session number 2.
Yeah.
Dose.
Dose.
The double.
Yes. And we forgot to circle back and fix the things that my character need fixed. Oops.
Oops.
Oh,
I
Did you
remember now. I was supposed to have like talents or something, I think. For being
Abilities.
the veteran or whatever. Ability, something.
Yeah,
You told
you're
me
supposed to have
something last
abilities.
session, and then we're like, oh, we'll get it before next time, and then
And
didn't.
then you didn't?
you're a
Didn't.
hacker.
Because you don't take responsibility for your own character?
That's right.
You're a hacker.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
I might even be remembering the wrong game.
That was
Might
out of
be.
line. Jeremy's out of line, Dan, but he's right.
You
I have
have
no
a
idea what's
passive
going on.
ability of bionic
I'm-
senses.
Oh, maybe we did get it sorted out, and I'm remembering wrong.
I'm
I
not
remembered things
sure.
once.
I think it was that we got it figured out, and I forgot that we did it. Even better. I'm getting old, I think is what it means.
Here we go. It only took 20 minutes, but I'm finally
Okay.
clicking into Forge.
It made it.
Yeah, it looks like
Yay.
bionic senses is one of the choices, and then you have your equipment selected. So yeah, I think your pilot's good.
Okay, awesome.
And the only thing I remember being off about your mech was the chassis was not added to it, but we fixed that last session.
Okay, all right,
So I think you're good.
awesome. I was like, I remember something was wrong.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, we are back. Session number 2. So last time, you guys were tasked with finding a decommissioned facility deep in the mountains. You had a little nav ping that was directing you out there. You got intel saying that this facility has kind of been lost for a while. People don't really know where it's at. And just kind of where you're at, you're probably going to be the first ones that are going to be able to make your way to it and scrap it. So you wanted to take advantage while the information was fresh. Following that nav buoy, you first ran into a cabin, which was
In the
surrounded
woods.
by some mines. It was a cabin in the woods, yes. Surrounded by some mines. You guys scared away a bear. You found that the home had been partially destroyed by a rogue forestry drone that destroyed the house and stole a safe and killed Mr. and Mrs. Gridleaf. You guys went through their security footage, saw that drone kill them, and run off with the safe in the night. From there, you made your way up to Northport, a small town that's kind of built circularly around this massive vent in the earth that continuously vents hot air. They have all these ducts and pipes kind of coming out of it, routed all around town to keep the town alive, as it's a pretty cold, harsh environment up here.
Please stop.
You made it into town. You spoke with the barkeep named Tegan, showed him the security footage. He had told you guys that he wasn't very aware of these drones, but people had been reporting like weird bits of trees missing and hearing sounds in the night, but no one had been killed yet to their knowledge. So he's now very antsy about that and hoping that you guys can do something about it. You guys also found the Gridleaf's dog, which had escaped after all the commotion at their house. Scooter, I think you guys found them in town.
Yep.
And
We
I think-
adopted him.
Was it? Yeah,
Yep.
Chuck, I
Banding
think,
him up.
adopted him into his mech there. From there, you guys continued on following your nav buoy. You made it out to just seemingly a random spot in the middle of the woods. You found that it was being watched by security cameras, but didn't seem to be like actively watched. You weren't sure if there was anyone like actually behind the cameras watching you guys, but they were up and running. You found an entrance and you blew it up, and then were able to force your way in with your mechs. And then found a freight elevator to go farther into the earth. Presumably the entrance to this underground facility you've been looking for. And that's where we ended. You guys all boarding that massive freight elevator, going down into the earth.
Where no mistakes will be made.
No mistakes at all. Yeah. So you guys are on this freight elevator. As it descends for a little bit, it kind of pauses for a moment. And the roof starts to close in again. And right as it seals and it gets pitch black, some lights ding up. And there's just like these set of lights that run all the way down to the earth. And you're seeing this, because the freight elevator's kind of got like this perforated metal so you can see through it. And the shaft almost looks endless, just descending into the earth, how deep it is.
Yeah.
It shutters back up and starts descending down. And takes quite a long time, but it's not moving very quickly. So about 15 minutes go by. Every so often it will shutter a little bit. You'll hear it kind of grind through some stuff that's kind of in the walls or in the tracks a little bit that it has to churn through. And eventually you start slowing down just a bit and you make it to the base. And you see that you're at like a small staging area. There's a few forklifts that have been sitting for a really long time. They're just covered in dust. And it looks like this is kind of like an offloading area where people would take things off the freight and stage it. And you see there's a massive set of this like sliding door that goes up and into some sort of warehouse.
Okay. And we're in mech or out of mech? I don't remember.
You are in mech
Yeah.
currently.
Okay.
You could be out of mech if you want to be,
I don't
but
want to be.
everyone was. Yeah.
Maybe depending on what we find in there when we come back, we might strip some of this.
Yeah, we could sell this for some good shit.
Yeah. The freight elevator settles. You're in the small staging area. You see a bunch of little shelves, a bunch of little forklifts, and then a big sliding door that leads into a warehouse room.
These little shelves don't have anything, or do they?
The ones in this room seem to be empty, but you do see, like, kind of through the doorway opening, that there's just tons and tons of shelves in the other room, and some of them are empty, but some have just like random stuff on it. You can't really see what it is from this.
So
far
this
away.
is all scaled for the size of our mechs. Like, so this is meant to be a mech bay.
Yes.
Like major loading and
The
unloading sort of
forklifts
stuff.
are like human sized, but this freight elevator is big enough for all of your guys' mechs. The big sliding door in front of you, that's like partially opened. That looks like when it's fully opened, it'll be big enough for your mechs.
Nice.
There are some human-sized doors leading out of this room, but in general, like the ceiling's very high. It's definitely mech-sized.
All right. Let's. You guys want to go check out that door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
You step off, and you hear a whirring sound, similar to the one that you heard up in the offices before when you activated the freight elevator. After a little bit, you see another small Roomba come out from underneath one of the forklifts, and you see that it has a small little security badge just kind of laying on top of it, and a gun that's been like fastened to it. And it comes around and stops and points at whoever is the first that stepped off. I guess would be you, Chuck, since you spoke up.
Yeah.
And it says, "Halt! Unauthorized."
No, it's totally fine. We have been authorized.
Are you employees with Avantis Heavy Industries?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. And it kind of spins around a little bit and starts moving away. And it goes and nests back next to the little forklift.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Yeah. I was
The
expecting.
fasten,
Nice.
the gun on top of it is very strange. It doesn't look like it was. It looks like it kind of melted into it in a way, like very almost like biomechanically. The gun is there.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, similar to the extra circuit board that was kind of melted into the top of the other Roomba up top in the security office.
It's
Like
weird.
stick things to stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine though. Let's go check the
Mm.
door
Oh, yeah.
out.
Yeah, we're gonna do inventory on behalf of the company.
Yeah.
Make sure if there's snacks.
You see that there's this massive sliding door. It's been partially drawn up. There is a button that looks like controls the up and down on it, but you don't see any lights on the panel. All throughout this entire area too, there are like some, looks like not all of the lights are on. They've been turned on recently, and some of them, as they're turning on, they just kind of sputter out and stop, but there is very dim light.
Okay.
Try to open the door.
Yeah. I'll use my rigging arm to try and pop that door open.
Okay. Give me a core mechanic roll. See how you do.
That's a
Okay.
success.
Success. Yeah, no problems. So you got your rigging arm, you pull it under. It seems to be stuck a little bit, but after it budges just a little bit, it very smoothly lifts up in the track, and you're able to get it up in the ceiling, and it kind of clicks in place.
Okay.
It stays without you having to hold it.
Yay.
Yeah. Ruffles, you should lead the way.
All right.
You walk through this giant door, and you're in a massive warehouse. There are shelves that go probably twice the height of your guys' mechs, and then
Mhm.
there's another probably that same height above them to the ceiling. And there's catwalks and things above. There's all sorts of cable trays and things. Some have these cables and bits hanging down from the roof. Some of the lights are kind of hanging down and swinging just a little bit. And there's just a sea of all of these shelves and things. You can't really see the opposite side of the room. Some of the shelves are loaded up with just random kind of junk and things on them. Some have like, you see parts for just random kind of mech equipment. You see some random, it looks like industrial kind of like parts you would see like for, you get like the kind of like a manufacturing vibe, like
Mhm.
conveyor belt parts, piston arms, and like all this stuff that looks like it's kind of leftovers from the
Like the
production
sort of thing they
line.
might need at a hot dog plant. Noted.
Maybe.
Can't rule it out just yet.
Right.
Yeah.
But no food.
You do see that several of the shelves have been kind of knocked over into other shelves, and like
Mhm.
there's certain bits of this warehouse that are kind of just bunched up and looks like something's kind of rampaged through and knocked things over.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll turn on my floodlights to help light it up as best as possible for folks.
Okay.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
there's
again, it's that same very dim light.
if there's
I'll
mech
get out of my
scrap,
mech and start looking at some of the stuff that's been knocked over to get an idea of what
Mm.
may have been considered valuable or maybe not so valuable.
Sure. I think this would be a good time for the salvage area roll.
All right.
As we're just looking through stuff. That's one of the macros.
I was like, I'm trying to find it. Oh, where's the macro? Or am I rolling in a whole bunch?
That is a lot more dice than there are people.
Oh, I think I hit it a couple times because it wasn't rolling.
Does everybody roll? I feel
I think it's
probably
just
won't.
one person that decides to roll.
Okay.
Kind of
Oh,
finds
well,
one
we
in the
should
area.
nominate one person and have
Jake
them
was
roll.
out looking, so Jake should do the
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, and then let me move your guys' mechs or pilots to the scene so that
We can have names.
you can, yeah, do that.
Have a name.
Let's paste right here. That's not how I wanted to paste.
Hey,
Why
now
is
I
it
can.
pasting so weird?
Oh, mine is stuck on the wall, but
Yeah. It's pasting from a grid to a hex grid.
oh,
It's very upset with
probably
me.
being kind of mad.
Yeah. There you go. All this stuff. So now you guys can select your tokens when you roll.
Yeah.
So Jake, you said you're rolling.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got
get
a
that.
2.
2. Okay. So looks like with the 2, you got 1 scrap of tech level 1, I believe. Yeah. Or 1 scrap of the tech level of the area. So you find one scrap of tech level 2 in this room. And you're finding that a lot of the scrap in here is not, it's sat for a long time. It's kind of rusted out, some of it. So there's not a whole lot for you to draw from, but you do find like a little bit of parts that seem like they've lasted well enough. One thing that you do find too, as you're looking through, you find several of these strange glass like canisters, and some of them have been broken open. And all of the ones that have been broken open are empty, but you do find one that has not been broken open, and it has this layer of like black dust at the bottom of it.
Does it have a label on it?
Yeah, does it have a label on it? Do the
look
broken
at
ones
some-
have labels on them?
They all seem to be labeled as they have just kind of like numbers and a dig site. It says like dig site 447 sample, and then they all have different sample numbers. So the
Is
one
there
that's not
anything-
broken is sample 14.
Is there anything resembling a computer nearby? Something with a database?
Not on the side that you guys are on here in this. There's you see that there is like a slot on the wall where it looks like there might have been like a portable kind of computer that they might have used for inventory and stuff, but it's not in its slot. So there's just kind of bare walls on this side. So you get the sense that maybe somewhere that portable computer might be scattered around something, but just immediately in the area, immediately walking into the room, you don't see it.
Bummer.
Is there any surveillance that is obvious, either cameras or like even microphones? Maybe the system is voice activated.
You do see several cameras kind of scattered about that look very similar to the ones that you saw inside of the offices above, where they're kind of an older looking. They've got like very boxy kind of beige like shells to them. They're on these like little gimbals that seem like they can swivel around and move. They don't seem to be moving, but they are all kind of pointed at various places all around here.
We should probably find the control center.
Sounds good. You said there's like a warehouse beyond this.
You're in the warehouse right now. Like
Okay, that's
you
what
lifted this
through the big
door.
doors. Okay.
Yeah,
So usually the
they're in this
offices,
like massive warehouse.
yeah. So
Okay,
usually the offices are up high where they can overlook the factory floor. So kind of like look up and to see if we can find any like balcony box or office around the top of the ceiling.
Yeah. So as you're looking around, you see there are several kind of ladders and like arched or like stairways that kind of spiral up that go to this catwalk that goes all the way around this warehouse room. And then from that catwalk, there are several ladders that go up to catwalks that go across the ceiling. And as you're kind of following those along the ceiling, you see that there is like a room that kind of protrudes out what looks like the center on the left side of the room. It's got a bunch of glass all around it. It looks like it observed this entire area. The glass looks pretty dirty and frosted up. But you do see there is kind of a light, like a faint green light that's just kind of blinking from inside of it.
Well, if there was going to be a control room, that'd be it.
I'd assume it's probably there.
Definitely a human-sized control room too. You see that there's like a ladder that kind of spirals up to there.
Well,
Make your way that way.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Okay.
Yep.
You make your way over. As you're walking, imagine you kind of skirt around the edges and just follow under the catwalk. And once you make it to the corner, about halfway to this observatory, you hear that similar whirring sound again of very small motors, perhaps on a Roomba. And you hear them kind of, it sounds like they're stuck or something.
Real
You hear it,
question
like,
is,
maybe
is it a
in
danger
one of the
Roomba
aisles
or
nearby.
regular Roomba?
I'll look around for the danger Roomba.
Spicy Roomba.
Sure. Give me a core roll.
That's another
That's
success.
Okay. It takes you a little bit. You hear this whirring, you kind of go towards it. And it sounds like it's on the other side of one of the shelves, and you peek down the aisle and you don't see it. But then you find that underneath one of the shelves, it seems like one of these Roombas has been wedged. So you're able to kind of pick up with your rigging arm and free a little bit of space. And this Roomba comes skittering out. And similar to the other ones, it has a bit of technology fused to the top of it. And you see it looks like a portable tablet has been kind of fused into the top of this thing. It looks like it would fit the wall panel that was missing. And it's got a little tie that's been fastened to like
Like
the front part of it.
necktie.
Yep. And you see that it's kind of
So
been
fancy.
pulled underneath, and it's been like torn a bit as it's got stuck through its wheels and things. So only like the first few inches of that tie is still intact. And the rest has been kind of destroyed as it moves around. You find it and it says, "Oh, thank you for freeing me."
Yeah, you're welcome. We need that tablet that's attached to you to repair. We're a repair crew.
Yeah.
And there's a panel missing, and that's the panel.
You have freight? I will
No,
enter it into inventory.
we aren't freight. We're
from
repair.
fixemup.com.
Yeah. We're maintenance.
You are repair. Maintenance. Do you need anything from inventory?
We need
The
that
tablet.
panel.
What do you have?
On your face.
And it starts listing off just like part numbers and serial numbers that you have no idea what they are, but it's just rattling off a list of numbers. And in aisle one,
Is there a part number
4422.
or serial number on the thing on his face?
The thing on his, like the tablet that he has?
Yeah.
Not one that you see.
Bummer. There's about to be an easy out right there.
Yeah. Can I just use my rigging arm to like gently pick up the tablet and shake it off of him?
You can do that.
I asked the Rumba what is in the specimen jar and give the number.
Oh, that's smart.
Okay. You're going to have to do this before Chuck grabs it. So you ask him this
Now,
as
if
Chuck's
Echo
rigging arm is
starts-
coming down.
Yeah, if Echo starts asking, I'll pause.
Okay. Yeah. So you say you ask like, "Oh, what was in specimen jar?" I think I said 447. What I said?
Dig site 447, specimen 14.
Oh, okay. So 14. So you say, "What was that dig site 447 in the specimen jar 14?" And it says, "Oh, that is one of several of meld samples collected. Please handle with care, as they are known to meld with technology around them in unpredictable ways."
That
Don't get it
explains
on you?
things.
Yes. Seems to fuse technology that does not want to be fused in strange ways.
Did you know that
Please
there
leave in
appears to
glass
be
containers.
technology fused to you?
Not to me. I am not technology. I am Harold.
Mm-hmm. And Harold, you have a tablet on your face.
I'm Harold, the inventory guy.
Oh
Right, but you have a tablet on your face.
no,
I'm holding a tablet.
These people, these things, they were people, and this stuff made them not people.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm. Yeah. Harold, is there some way that we can like show Harold?
I mean, you guys have comm systems, and I don't know if in the comm system it says that you have like cameras or anything. I imagine you could have.
Can I just like take a picture and then show him?
I mean, if nothing else, Joe, I have a scanner built into my mech, and then I can send the info through the comm system to Harold.
Can I put my phone in selfie mode?
Yeah, can I try and do that to show him what he is from a scan of him?
Sure. Yeah, I'll say either of you can do that. I think your scanner costs like action points or whatever. But if you didn't want to spend action points, Dan could also just do it with his like personal device or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'll let Dan do it with the mobile one.
Let me make sure I got the. I don't know if I have a specific tool for that. So
I'd say like through your comm system, and you've probably got like a phone or something like equivalent of that. You guys have like personal communicator things that link into your comm systems. So
yeah,
I'd say it wouldn't be unreasonable to have something that can take a picture.
All right. Well, we'll just
snap a little photo of Harold the Roomba, and you point it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem to have eyes. So you like relay it in a way. So you're trying to like send the file to him.
But I don't. He seemed to be aware that we're here, so I wasn't sure if he had like some sort of eyes or not. I don't know how fancy Roombas are in the future.
He's got like weird little sensor things on him that seem to be detecting things around him, but they don't seem to be like cameras.
Okay, they're more like traditional Roomba things.
Yeah.
Have data, Roomba. I'm gonna do the airdrop the files to him. Nearby send to his tablet.
Sure. You send
I'm
it to
making
him.
things up that exist on phones today.
Yeah. You send this file to him, and he pauses for a little moment. He's like, that is one of the Roombas for the shop. We have several here.
Mm-hmm. It's also
clean the floors.
you.
It seems that a tablet has been melded to it. Perhaps some of the specimen was interacting with this Roomba.
That we need that tablet from you.
That is not me.
Harold, that's you.
I am Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Harold, you got in contact with the stuff and it merged you into a Roomba.
Oh no.
Yeah. Can you tell me what I'm wearing,
indeed.
Harold?
What did you say, Dan?
I said, can you tell me what I'm wearing, Harold?
You are standing in front of me.
Yeah, but can you tell me what I'm wearing?
Employee outfit for Avantis Heavy Industries.
Look, Harold, don't freak out. Sometimes the company turns you into something you never meant to be, and it breaks you on the inside, but you learn you need to just push forward, make something new. You're fucking leaving this place, Harold. You're gonna help us find some shit. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. We're gonna show you a place where they make fucking hot dogs. This is gonna be great. You're gonna say, fuck that fucking corporation. Come on, Harold, let's go.
I think
Okay.
he's got some history.
Can I bring my charger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You'll
Fuck
need
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Take extras.
Take
Yeah,
them all.
This company.
We're liberating all your technology.
Yeah, we're fucking liberators.
And nearby, there's like a little Roomba charging station next to like a shelf. He goes over to it.
we'll pick it up.
Chuck, do you still try to remove the tablet from them?
No,
Okay.
no.
Do other people want to like bring dogs onto the team? I want to bring Harold.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I agree. I want Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he can tell us where all the cool stuff is here.
Yeah.
Maybe we could hack the panel anyway.
Well, first, why don't we? Echo wanted to check out the room up top.
That's
Yep.
true.
So you would have to get out of your mech and walk up the
Yes.
stairs.
I will get out of my mech.
Yeah. You land, make your way up. It's several flights of stairs that kind of spiral around. They're kind of like that squarey spiral staircase type thing. And you make your way up to this like observatory room that's kind of fastened to the top center. There's a small door on the outside, and try the handle. It almost seems like it's locked at first, but it's just kind of stuck a little bit, and you're able to push in. Inside, you hear a similar whirring sound.
I will call out. I'm an employee of name of company.
Yeah.
Do
Advantis
you
Heavy
require some
Industries.
assistance?
Oh, yes. I seem to be stuck.
Keep talking. I will make my way to where the voice is coming from.
And as you walk in, there's a chair that's fallen over and it's kind of it's like pinned in a weird way underneath a desk. And you see that there is a Roomba behind this chair that is like trying to get out.
Gosh, we could have so many Roombas.
Is there anything attached to it?
There is a wireless mouse that's kind of infused into the top of it, as well as a name badge.
What does the name badge say?
Name badge says Steven.
Steven, here, let me give you a hand there. And I don't want to touch it, but I'll move the stuff all around it so you can move along.
Okay. You pull it out. It comes out. Thank you.
Steven,
you are
we're
an
here with the
employee.
tech crew. We're here to, well, there was a report of some incidents with some problems with your systems. I see you've got a mouse stuck to you, for instance.
A mouse stuck to me.
Yeah,
Oh.
here, I'll take out my communication unit. Do the same thing. Show him a picture of himself.
And he laughs and says, "That is funny. You've stuck a mouse to a Roomba." But
No,
we're
I've
very
stuck
far behind schedule.
A mouse to you, Stephen. Notice the badge there. It seems you come in contact with chemical. Repeat the name of the chemical.
Meld.
Meld. Yeah.
A similar. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
That's not me now, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know how you came into contact with it?
Well,
Did a Roomba bump into you?
there was a recent excavation at dig site 447. There was a meteorite, and we recovered many samples of meld. It's normally in dust form and usually inert, but we were still very careful. But it appears that some of it has not remained in its sample containers for whatever reason, and I seem to have come in contact with it.
No, Stephen. It seems to be widespread. It's not just you affected. The whole factory's affected.
Like everybody
dear.
seems to be.
That would explain why we are so far behind schedule.
Yeah, that's actually what alerted us at first. Is you weren't making goals and trends, and they were going to send out the heavy hitters first. The ones that would, make sure the operation was working well, if you know what I mean.
Oh my!
But we convinced them to send out a tech crew first because it looks like you were having a problem with your technology. Because of course you wouldn't fall this far behind, not willingly, right?
Absolutely not.
Right.
We've suffered other problems, but that seems to be a particular predicament we are in.
You couldn't bring up the logs of the last day. You remember that digging happening and the day you might have been affected.
Sure. Let's see what's on my computer. And he'll kind of go over to it. And you see the computer wake up that's had the flashing green cursor or whatever on it, and you hear like clicking and stuff from the mouse that's fused into his body. And you see a little cursor moving around on the computer.
Yes.
And he clicks up. He brings in. He opens up a report that says it shows like the inventory report that several specimens from the dig site were offloaded, and that a crew of like 5 people came back.
Who are those 5 people, please?
And it has a list of just employee numbers.
Okay. Are these employees still on the premises?
And he says, it appears that they have not clocked out. They have been on the clock for 7, 3, 7, 8, 9 hours.
Yeah. Do you know where they are right now? Can you locate them through the badges?
Let me see if I can find that.
We're going to have an entire team of robot staff that we recruit.
Absolutely. All we need is to find some charters. They won't even need to eat.
That's almost 8.5 years.
Man, we're going to have the best hot dog crew.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
And it says that it appears that one employee is active in the warehouse. Another is active near the freight elevator. Another is active in the reactor. Another is active in the control room.
All right, I'm going to get onto my communication unit and tell you guys this. Hey, looks like this infection happened roughly 8 years ago. These are the names, these are the primary targets who brought back the infection and where they are currently.
Okay. So we're here to still loot, and this loot is now covered with dust that turns people into Roombas.
Or at least merges them with one.
Is Steven, is there a certain amount of time that it becomes inert if exposed to air, or did you guys do any research on that?
That is one of several things we were trying to figure out. It seems to be inert for variable amounts of time, and we have not found any consistent mechanic that forces it to be inert or forces it to wake up. But we have found that it seems to be unable to interact with glass.
With what? Sorry.
With glass.
Glass. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Who's wearing their glass underwear today, folks?
Not me.
Ooh,
how you get
fiberglass
swamp
underwear.
ass.
No, I did once have a supervisor force me to put broken glass in my underwear once, though.
It's going to live in a giant glass bubble.
Oh, you worked at Walmart too.
That would be great if it was the Walmart brand of mines.
Yeah.
They just expanded their business.
The great value mines.
The Great Value Mines. GVM. Yeah, he worked for GVM.
Oh, that's great. So, then what's our game plan here?
The 5
we get all the Roombas?
employees that it says. It lists itself. So it says Steven, a manager, Harold, the warehouse,
Yep.
Barry in security, Amos in maintenance, and Lewis in IT.
Like,
I
gotta
don't-
catch them all.
Yeah, I don't know how much we want to mess with the loot here, but it's not their fault that their fucking company did this to them. We should get them out.
They can live again
Kind of.
around hot dogs.
It's the best fucking life there is.
Okay.
I cannot leave. I have to get back on schedule. We are very far
You
behind.
make your own schedule now.
Oh no. That is a lot of responsibility.
Or
We'll make a schedule for
none.
you.
That sounds out of my job description.
I mean, guys, we could just draft up letters that they've all been laid off and then offer them a job.
Yeah. We'll give them job offers.
Another thing that pulls up on this log was another thing that was entered into inventory and then retrieved from inventory within the last week. And it does not have a part number or a serial number, but in the notes it says that it was a safe.
Let's find that safe. I'll just ask our warehouse inventory friend.
Hey, Steven, where's the safe?
Yeah.
The safe was checked out by Canary, our IT and operations AI.
Oh.
There you say.
Yes. He's a very old AI. He used to function in the mining district or as a mining assistant, but he is now our operations assistant.
I'm gonna have to Canary help.
So we can have an AI that also operates around hot dogs in the near future.
You can't trust the AI that worked in them districts.
But what if he moved them to the hot dog district?
No, I would never let a fucking canary anywhere near my goddamn hot dogs. I'd find a way to shove my fingers into his binary code and skull fuck him if he had a skull.
Okay.
Yeah, canary would definitely be a familiar term to you, Jeremy, as there are several cost-cutting measures for safety, and these canary AIs would
Safety. Safety.
They were
Surely
meant
not
to
for the
be
miners.
on the job, fast response decision making for the benefit of miners that were deployed out in the mines. And Canary is supposed to keep everyone safe.
Guessing it didn't do a good job of that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. All right, we find Canary. We delete it or skull fuck it digitally. Get this safe. Recruit
Get
our
the rest of the
new
Roombas.
Roomba friends. And then get out of here before we all start melding into our mechs.
Oh, I'm a chainsaw dick.
You would have
I mean, that could be in the cards for you.
I would just rather have my regular one because it sounds more practical.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Echo, you want to ask where we can find Canary?
Where is Canary now, Steven?
Canary is in the operations room, which is, and then he kind of pulls up like a little ASCII art map of the facility. And it appears to be outside the maintenance room. It would be basically, there's like a staging area, a warehouse, then there is some sort of, it says surface elevator room. Then there's a room that Canary is in, and then there is a reactor room past that.
Yeah, just relay all this through.
All right. Let's head there.
Yep. To the direction of the reactor.
Yeah.
Stephen also mentions, as you guys are leaving, there appears to be several forestry drones online. That is odd.
Are they controlled by Canary?
Yes, they would be.
Is there any way to shut that off?
Canary can shut them off. I don't understand why he would need forestry drones. They are used for clearing the surface. We have not needed to clear the surface in some time.
Oh, Canary's real creative about thinking what's for the greater good.
Mm-hmm. And what surface needs cleared?
Mm-hmm.
We have not had any
How
direct
can we
surface
make
operations.
how can we make the foresting drones seem dangerous to Canary so it's in its own interest to shut them off? Because Canary's a selfish bitch.
I'm not sure.
Could, I don't know, trick
Oh
the
my
forestry drones into doing a bad job at cutting trees?
Put a tree in this place?
We could certainly do that.
A forestry drone is recently what entered the safe into inventory and then brought to
jeez.
Canary.
Okay. Or we just come to terms with the fact that we're going to have to fist fight some forestry drones.
Oh, I'm fine.
They do
with
not
that.
have fists. They have articulating tree arms and
Mhm.
large saws.
That's
Mhm.
okay. We'll do all the fisting.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
There you
You
go,
got some
bud.
feet
I'll
too.
do all the fisting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go, bud.
When this is over, we're going to have to change your name to Mr. Tree Fister.
Mr. Fister. Actually, Mr. Fister does sound pretty awesome. If I get a chainsaw hand, I'm writing Mr. Fister on it.
Nice.
That's fantastic. All right.
Please let Canary know that we are very far off schedule and that there appears to have been some sort of leak with the meld from our specimens that is causing delays.
What are you off schedule from doing?
From converting our plant to fully autonomous,
What does your plant do?
we fabricate several forestry drones and other experimental technologies.
Or who?
For
Well, I'd say
Avantis
you're
Heavy
pretty on
Industries.
schedule for automation.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like not a good thing to have happen, actually.
Looks
Hmm.
like it happened.
Imagine if there was just a constant amount of forest drones being made to go shave the world.
Hey.
Guess that's Knock Machine Hunger Force reference there too.
Oh, shit. Bringing it back.
I brought it back.
All right. Let's head in the direction indicated by the ASCII map.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys climb down out of this operations room. Do you leave Steven in there?
I've freed him so he can do whatever he wants to do now. So
Okay. He goes like back to work on his computer terminal and seems to be moving things around.
poor bugger. This is why I chose a life of crime.
Mm-hmm.
Back to work. Much to do.
Oh, the Herald. Is Herald coming?
Yeah, Harold seems to want to come along with you guys.
Fuck yeah.
Good. Good. We want them all to come with us.
You can hang out with Scooter while we do adventure stuff.
I've got plenty of
What are
room.
you
in
guys
the
doing
battle
with Harold?
axe.
Are you letting Harold like kind of drive behind you, or
We could just like put them in one of our mechs or something, right?
I've got plenty of storage space.
you could? Whose mech are you putting him in?
I don't
This
like
is-
that.
Yeah. Now when you say it that way, it sounds like not a good idea all of a sudden somehow.
Sounded like Chuck was going to put him in his mech.
Yeah, if we're going to put Harold somewhere, he can. Because essentially mine is just like a big giant
Mhm.
creeper wizard van with a catapult. So there's plenty of space.
Dear Diary, today I learned mechs can get polyps.
Shit.
We got to make sure we get all their charging stations gathered up while we're
Yeah.
at it, though.
Mhm.
Maybe even
Mhm.
some extras.
Yep. If you talk about needing like charging stations for these Roombas, Harold would be able to pull up like where some extras are.
Nice. Maybe they
warehouse.
got spare parts in hardware form too, so we can keep
Yeah.
them in tip-top shape in our extremely
Yeah,
questionable
I'll say
repair
you guys
bay.
are able to find that. You're able to find like a shipment, like a pallet of just a whole bunch of random Roombas and parts and chargers and things.
There we go.
Hell, we could just put him to work in the mech bay to gussy it up some.
We
Mhm.
could
The
throw
Roombas were the first
some of the
purchase in automating our operations as our Sanitation staff was laid off.
We can load up some of your
Yeah.
cargo space with pallets of Roomba bits.
We'll say that takes up like 1 unit of space. Just Roomba parts.
Roomba
Chargers.
bits.
Yep.
It's important to be prepared, you know.
Yep.
They get like hairs tangled up in the brushes, and sometimes it's easier to just throw the brush away and put a new one on.
And then who has the unbroken meld specimen in their mech?
I do.
Unbroken for now, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Jeez, sorry, cat. Coughing in your face. It's a little tiny bit of cocoa you can see.
So there's a few ways leading out of this room. You were directed to the surface chute room, or the surface elevator room. There was like another one that said like production floor. But continuing the way that you were directed by Steven, the manager, you make it to this room that a little bit lower of a ceiling, and you see the walls are just lined with all these kind of angled tubes that they kind of remind you of like really big like air tubes that you would see like, people like at like a bank or something where people put stuff in to like
Oh, the
send their
vacuum
cards off or
tubes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just see like the wall lined with tons and tons of these, kind of various sizes. Some of them are the size of like people, and several of them are large enough for your mechs, or potentially forestry drones.
Oh.
And you see that they all kind of route up into the ceiling and go off in completely random ways. Each of these tubes are labeled with some sort of coordinate system. But it's not super obvious where they go to just off of reading the labels on the tubes.
What are we doing? Something with the tubes?
I don't know. We've discovered the internet.
Oh
A
shit!
series of tubes.
That's a series
Start
of
putting
tubes.
cats in it.
Are they big enough to put a Roomba in?
Yep.
Big enough to put
several people-sized ones and like
that's what I was gonna ask for.
robot
Like,
mech-sized
is this
ones.
like the Jetsons, like Futurama?
Maybe.
We have to get out on foot, hop in the tubes, get sent somewhere.
Some of them are mech sized, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Some of them are mech-sized. There is another door like leading through this room though. Like it looks like you get the sense that these tubes go up to the surface in random places.
Wow.
Some go around other parts of the facility, but most of them seem to be routed to places on the surface. And this seems to be like how the forestry drones get in and out of the facility.
So the tubes go up, but we need to penetrate deeper.
Yes. And
Yeah.
you're able to continue through this room like on foot under mechs.
let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys walk through this room, you hear some noise. Sounds like pressurized air after a little bit. And a few of the tubes start shaking. 3 of the tubes have canisters released into them. There's a burst of air and a little bit of smoke. And you see 3 forestry drones exit their tubes, crawl out into the room.
They look like they're unhappy with us being there, like they're potentially going to forestry drone us.
As you hear their spinning large tree disc like cutters spin up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit,
that
a
answers
redwood.
that question. I hope you didn't point at me when you said that.
I don't know.
I'm no tree.
Our first combat
There we go.
with
Let's
other
do it.
mechs and not a bear.
Hot mech on mech action. Let's hope we roll better than we did against the bear. Jesus.
Yep.
Hope I do better than I do pretty much any time, for that matter.
I'm trying to remember. Wrote this down. I believe there's like a core roll to see who goes first. Action scenes, group initiative. Yeah. All right. So for your guys' party initiative, looks like there was a fumble. So one NPC chosen by the mediator acts first, then play passes to the player group, and one pilot chosen by the players get to act. So one of these drones gets to act first. And the way I picture it is you guys were kind of moving through the room. Two popped out in front of you and one popped out from behind. So the one from behind is going to run in and try to get a good stab in with its saw.
No.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to roll. See who it attacks. 5, Jake.
Oh boy.
This is rolling as Jeremy. It shouldn't be rolling as Jeremy. I need to select the crawler. Oops. Okay. Swings on you. And what kind of mech are you in, Jake?
I'm in a thresher.
Thresher. Okay. So this forestry drone comes up on you, swings. And it looks like these deal. Not super clear on how much damage they deal. 2 structure points.
Okay.
Take 2 structure damage as the saw kind of skitters off your arm. Then it passes to you guys. Who wants to act first?
I vote for
I believe
Ruffles.
the way initiative
good.
works is it kind of bounces back and forth. Like
Okay.
you guys act, and then it goes back to me, and one of the drones act. It's just back and forth.
I'm not
Now,
against
before-
going.
So see, before anyone gets in melee, do any of us have ranged?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. So maybe we should do some of our ranged people.
Well, I have a thing that actually gives me a bonus for charging. So if they close in on me, I can't use it.
Well,
Charge
okay.
away.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there not one already in combat with you? Of course, you can.
One
Yeah,
is,
there's
but there's
one
2
in
that
melee
aren't.
at the back
Yeah, you could charge
with
faster.
With Jake.
Jake, and then 2 up front.
Plus, I have armor
Or-
plating. So if I run up there, I'm next to 2 of them. So I've both charged and I'm tanking.
Nice. Yep. I was gonna nominate Ruffles anyways.
All right. So I will use my
He
charge
seemed the most
talent.
excited to murder.
He is very excited to murder. And he gets a success. So normally basically he's got like that one of those crazy like drilling mines on the end of his mech arm. You normally do 4 structural points. Let me see. I think it's whatever the technology level is, I add that as a bonus. So I think the mining thing's
Probably
only like
1.
I think it's just a 1. But still it's 5
Okay.
structural points. That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1. So still 5 structural points. I'll take it.
Yeah. 5 structure points. The one that was, and this is one of the 2 that was in front of you guys, right?
Yeah, because I needed the distance to hold that off.
Okay. There we go. Seems like it's up, but definitely hurt it. Pretty big gash you left in the center of it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. From there, it's going to pass back to the drones as not the one that you attacked, but the other one up front is going to take a swing at you there, Jeremy, because you're right up in their business. And it is going to do an attack. I'm rolling as Jake again.
You need to make your own token. Put it on the map.
Yeah, I do. Do that. And it hits.
Okay.
It looks like these are only doing 2. That seems kind of low. But 2 structure points damage is it. It's, yeah, with its saw.
Or it would do 2 structure points if I didn't have crude armored plating attached to various hard points.
Okay.
But I only get that once. Okay. It's a one-time prevent the damage thing. I have to use it the first time I get hit.
Okay. Is that like per encounter or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
A blade of armor.
And yeah, it's basically I have 1 level of a blade of armor, so I get to ignore the first hit on me.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Okay, then it passes back to the players. Pretty much anyone but Jeremy can go.
I got 50 cals if you guys want me to put something on them.
That or I've got Mecha Pult. Echo's got ranged. I mean,
I've got flamethrowers.
I just got a red laser, so why don't you?
Yeah.
Which in this case, the flamethrowers are probably not going to be very ideal. But
okay, yeah, I might try and hit the third one maybe with my 50 cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't gone yet. So there's one that's injured badly, plus hasn't gone yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll try and hit that one.
Yeah, he would be the next one to act.
Let's see.
You just do a core mechanic roll.
That's just what? Oh, it's down here.
Yeah, that's your main macro.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. When attacking, you miss the target and suffer a setback chosen by the mediator. All right.
I mean, I will volunteer. I'm in melee with it for what that's worth.
Yeah. Let's see. This was your 50 caliber that you were attacking with?
Yep, my machine gun.
Okay. I'm going to say you fire. Jam. And it hits some of the piping and like the gas routed in this room that seems to be responsible for a lot of these. And there's just this big, thick blanket of smoke that's separating you guys from Jeremy and the 2 forestry drones up there. So you are not able to range to target the 2 up there without moving up to them.
Crap. Shit. I knew I should have overhauled that thing.
Yep. So Jeremy smoked off. You're still like vaguely aware of where he is. You guys have comms still, but targeting wise, you're not able to hit these. Okay. So that was Eddie. Moves back to this forestry drone. And this is the one that you attacked, Jeremy. It's going to go after you, especially because you're the only one it can see now.
Yay.
18. All right. So it's going to spin up and hit you. This 2 seems low. I think they should be doing 4 damage. Or what would make sense to balance this. So you're going to take 4 structure points as the saw just
It used to be 2, but it turned into 4 just for me.
It did.
Okay.
This one still looks pretty hurt.
It just makes
Okay.
me feel better about my previous armor use then.
Yep. All right, goes back to you guys. Anyone but Eddie or Jeremy can act.
Did you say we lost sight of them?
Yeah, so you lost sight of the 2. There's like basically there's forestry drone behind you guys, then smoke, and then Jeremy and 2 other forestry drones.
Can I use my survey scanner to find them again?
Sure. So you're able to do that. Yeah, if you want to spend your turn using the
Yep,
spend
I
your
want
action,
to
whatever.
find
Use
where
the
they
survey
are.
scanner.
Let everyone know where they are. So here's the roll for the survey scanner.
Okay.
2 questions about the area. Where are each one of them? There are 2 of them they went missing. So
Where is bad guy 1 and where is bad guy 2?
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
the forest. Trust the diagnostics.
That works perfect. So you are basically you're able to relay through your comms, and people are able to target again through the smoke. And you have the 2 forestry drones ping, but not Jeremy.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And I just relay that to everybody.
Nice.
Alrighty. Goes back to the forestry drones. We're going to say this one at the back that attacked Jake. It's going to act again. Going to have it decide who to attack. I'm going to reroll a 6 so it gets 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so they keep acting as long as we keep acting. It doesn't stop after they've taken their actions.
Yeah, it's.
I see.
Or
The action economy is maintained.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Otherwise, that would have been in our favor to have more people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically the initiative is like, how many free turns do you get early before? Like if you fail the initiative, then they get the first go. If you partially passed, only one person gets to go. If you really pass, I think you get like 2 or 3 actions. 2 people get to act before.
Nice.
They get to go.
We did super not great.
Yep. So it looks like Bert, one of these drones, is going to come up on you. It's going to take a swing with its little saw thing. That's pretty much the only attack they have. It gets success. So 4 structure points as the saw swings
I've got
at you.
1 left.
Why?
Oof.
That does not sound like enough.
Okay. So now Eddie, Jeremy, and Bert have acted. Chuck, Dan, or Jake?
You guys got a preference?
It doesn't really matter to me. I've got flamethrowers. That's all I got. I don't know how
chainsaw that does 2 SP.
I don't know how safe flamethrowers are in this setting.
Only one way to find out.
They are safe if you don't roll bad. It's basically like if you succeed on your attack check, it doesn't hurt anybody.
Okay.
The
Well,
only
you
way
got to
that
remember that you are talking to me.
That is true.
So not very safe is what I'm hearing.
I will then attempt to chainsaw the one that just attacked Echo.
Attack which one? The one that attacked you?
Yep.
Nailed it. Okay. Achieve an additional bonus of your choice to the action. When dealing damage, you can choose to double it or pick another approximate bonus effect. All right.
Does this thing have some sort of a, I don't know, like a visual indicator of where it, like a camera of some sort?
Yeah, so it's got like there's kind of like this tall, like cylindrical instrument cluster of like cameras and sensors and things that are kind of in its torso that pokes up a little bit, almost like a head, and it goes into its chest. So there's basically
In
this
that case,
big
I'll
strip.
jab
in the
at its
center.
quote unquote face.
Okay. Sure. So you said it deals 2 damage with your chainsaw. Okay.
Yep.
And then your additional effect is you're just wanting to mess with all of its instruments.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. It's going to take 2 damage. They seem to have a decent amount of health, but effectively what this is going to do now that you've messed with its instrument cluster is it's going to always roll with disadvantage on its when it's making attacks. Okay. That was Jake. Goes back to these drones. The 2 next to Jeremy. They only see you, Jeremy. So
yeah, this whole initiative
go
system is very brutal.
Yeah.
Partly because we did so bad at it.
Well, it's different. I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and them doing 4 damage each and getting to take turns even after they've already taken turns. It's going to murder me super fast.
Yes. Unfortunately, it keeps the economy very even.
I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to take 2 attacks and be okay. I didn't realize they get to keep attacking after they had already gone.
Yeah.
Foolish me.
Also doesn't help that armor is 1 hit, then gone.
Yeah, it's...
Mm-hmm. Might drop it back down to, I don't know. That's like what it recommended, but it seemed low. But I guess all you guys mechs have different.
I feel like 4 is really high compared to.
Yeah. Looking at it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think 2 is more fair. I'll go with my original gut. So, okay. It's going to attack you, Jeremy. Oh, I keep rolling.
Yay!
Failed. Failed what you attempt to do. Face a setback on Meteor's choice, and when attacking, you miss the target. All right. We're going to say that it attacks, and it goes by and misses you, and it's kind of trying to like charge at you, and it winds up like in the smoke a little bit, so it's not really able to see or anything, and it will have to move again before it wants to do something. But you guys can still see it because it is marked by Bert's thing. So that was drone 2. All right, Chuck or Dan?
Preference?
One of us.
I will attempt to flamethrower the one that is not quite so close to Ruffles.
I will hit the one that's injured, because with the way this initiative works, the most important thing is to take somebody out of the rotation. Because if it's not the style of initiative where like they each get a turn until everybody's gone, if they get to keep going, the most important thing action economy wise is to take somebody out of the rotation.
But would it? Maybe
I would rather you risk hitting me.
Would it not be a situation where when there's 1 left, they just go every other turn?
Yeah.
Instead of alternating between the 2 of them every other turn.
It's just a weird initiative system. I don't know. That's true. I guess it doesn't actually help anything. There is no action economy.
I might be misunderstanding it though too, which is possible.
Yeah, because it sounds like there's effectively no action economy.
That's true. No, you're right. Actually, it doesn't matter.
Group taking a turn faster than the next group. If someone has already taken a turn around, they cannot take another turn in the same round. It continues back and forth until everyone has taken a turn. If there are
so they can't take another turn in the same round.
If there are an uneven number in each group, multiple turns can be taken back to back until everyone has acted. Oh, okay, yeah. So I was doing that wrong. Yep. So we'll remedy that by Chuck and Dan. You both get to go in a row.
Okay. I'll flamethrower one of them, and so I know are linked, so I'll roll 2 core mechanic dice.
Okay.
Oh, because you got advantage on it with the link thing?
Both of my weapons fire at the same time.
Oh.
Cool.
So
They both succeed.
All right, and then how do I do my damage?
I think it's set
I
damage.
think it'll
for
just
most
be
things.
assigned to set damage.
Yeah, every weapon I think has flat damage.
Oh, damage 1 SP and burn 1 and overheat.
Okay, 1 SP, burn 1. Okay,
And then
and you're
I
going
take
after the one that was already damaged.
just the one that was in the smoke. I don't know if that's one that's damaged already or not.
That one was not the one that was damaged.
Oh, okay. Then maybe I'll go for the one that's damaged because if
So,
economy's
and you're in the
turning back
you're in
into
the
economy, then
floating one, kind of right. You're in the
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you'll kind of fly over through the smoke, and Jeremy, you'll see Dan's guy comes out of the smoke, flamethrowers blazing, and just burns into this one mech. And so both of them hit. They both deal 1 SP and 1 burn.
Sweet Lucifer, I worship you.
That exactly kills it because they have 7 health. So
Nice.
you burn this one to a crisp.
Nice. And then the exciting thing is I take 2 heat from it, so I have to roll whatever that is. It's on my sheet. So let's...
Oh, okay. I think that is a...
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, heat check. Pass.
It's like, watch me roll a whatever's bad on this roll.
Yeah, and I think that's a roll under test.
It looks like it.
So the higher your heat is, the more likely it is that you'll fail. And then I think when you fail a heat test, you have like a reactor overload test that you have to make. I believe is what happens. And you can decide to like shut off your mech first, which makes you vulnerable, but it'll dissipate all your heat.
Okay.
So there's ways to deal with it, but potentially very dangerous to deal with it in the middle of combat.
Yay!
Okay.
That's basically my design. Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Your turn.
High risk, fire reward.
I launch scrap, and there's 2 left, right?
Yes, 2 left.
Okay.
One has been damaged for 2 points, which is the one behind you guys.
Okay.
And then the one on the other side of the smoke has not been damaged yet.
I'm going to use my mechapult to launch a unit of scrap at the one through the smoke that's already been damaged.
The one behind you has not, or has already been damaged.
Then the one behind me. I'm going for the one that's already been hit.
Okay.
All right. Oh, 4 is bad.
4 is bad.
It swings wildly out of control. My mech spins in a random direction, hits a random target within range for SP damage equal to 3 times the tech level of the scrap. Tech level is 1. So it hits something randomly for 3 damage.
Okay. Something, it's a random target within range.
Oh, no.
We're doing good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 potential targets. I don't know if it could hit yourself.
I wouldn't.
It goes up and then comes back down.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do a D8. See what it hits. 1 and 2 are the 2 forestry drones that are still alive, and then the other 5 are, or the other 6 are you guys.
Oh no.
8. Who is that? Eddie. You get hit with a mechapult.
I blind us and Chuck hits me upside the head for it.
My bad.
Yeah.
It happens.
You take I'm imagining you threw a tech level 1 scrap,
Yeah,
so it'd
that's
be
all
3.
I got. Yeah, just 3 base damage, yeah.
3 points damage. As some scrap just slaps into you.
Oh, holy shit. What was that?
Sorry.
Okay.
My sweet flame job.
Listen, if my mechapult
We'll
hits,
reset.
it can do a shitload of damage. If
We're
it
gonna have
misses,
you
it can
guys
do
go
a shitload of
first.
damage.
In this new, so anyone can act now.
Turns out it does a lot of damage either way.
I would like to get myself out of harm's way as I've only got 1 structural point left.
Okay.
So you described this as having like what, one weapon, which is just the buzzsaw thing?
Yeah, they've got like a big like claw arm, but they don't seem to be able to use that really for combat.
Okay.
And they've got this big saw arm.
So I've got a rigging arm. Can I use that
Okay.
to grab their saw arm and then hit them with my red laser?
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to roll?
Just do a core mechanic roll, and we'll see how it goes off.
Okay.
11. Okay. And I imagine, are you attacking the one behind you guys?
I'm attacking the one that attacked me last round
Okay.
I think it's
that I was in melee with.
Yes. That would be, that's the one that was behind you guys. So, Yep. You run up to it. How much damage does your
My red laser does 3 SP.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also has hot 1. Whatever that
Hot
means.
1. Okay. I think that might mean it gives you 1 heat when you use it.
I don't know, because the description of the beam is actually that it causes the other mech to overheat.
Oh, it probably gives 1 heat to the other mech. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what the flamethrowers do too. Is they have overheat.
Okay,
That's a fun idea.
cool. So we'll say it's got 1 heat. We'll have it do a heat roll. That's basically just going to be D20. If it rolls a 1, it overheats. Nah, it's fine.
Does that also mean that my arm grabbed the buzzsaw? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you're holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've basically got it held. Okay. That was Bert. So now they get to act once. And the one that went into the smoke is going to act. And it's going to come through. We'll have it roll randomly to see who it attacks.
Yeah.
Chuck.
No thanks.
Your drone comes out of the smoke towards you. Hits you for 2, or going to try to hit you for 2. Oh, but you succeed in your action, but at a cost. You have some side of setback when attacked. When attacking, you may hit, but you must also make a tough choice. Yeah, it's going to hit you. But we're going to say that it gets stuck and its treads are kind of bunched up. I'm going to say it kind of drove over the scrap that you threw, and it's kind of stuck in its treads. So it is unable to move next time. Okay, but it still hits you for 2 damage.
I will leverage my armor.
Okay.
To say no thank you.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you guys. Anyone but Bert can act.
I'll back up, and now that this thing's not moving, I'm gonna try my hand at mechapulting it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dodge this. Oh wait, you can't.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Let me reduce my scrap. Oh, fuck me sideways. God damn it.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Any chance it's easier to hit him because he's stuck in place?
Well, see, the thing with the mechapult, it's entirely off of a table.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mechapult overloads, collapsing on itself. Your damage takes damage equal to the tech level of the scrap, and the mechapult is damaged.
Oh, man.
So I take 1 structure. Huh.
That's rough.
Okay. Screw you, mechapult.
Suck it, mechapult.
Okay. So it goes back to over here. This one on the other side of the smoke it sees Jeremy and it sees Dan. It watched its fellow forestry drone get burned alive by
I
Dan.
didn't see that.
Dan hasn't been attacked yet, so it's gonna go.
I
after
haven't because I'm not very durable.
you. 2 points damage as it swings at you with this.
Okay. That puts me at 3 structure points.
Okay. And then now Dan, Eddie, Jake, and Jeremy, you all get to take a turn.
Hey,
Revenge flamethrower.
Yes. Revenge.
Nice.
And I'll paste it in the chat again, so maybe you can make sure I told you the correct things.
Mhm.
I do like the little bit
1
of description
damage,
at the
1
bottom.
burn.
Flesh. Bubbles and screams.
Okay. This one has not been damaged yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to take 2. And we're going to have it roll twice on this because I think each instance of burn would be a separate heat roll.
Well, that's nasty. They have to roll twice.
Oh, it got a 2.
And it fails the second one. Yeah.
Huh. Hey.
nice.
Nice. Hot-blooded. Check it and see.
Oh shit!
Don't need no instructions.
What does
to
it
know how to
do?
rock.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
my God.
I'm going to die.
No. Well, what is it? Your reactor gets the full meltdown and explodes your mech as well as
Oh, no.
destroy the explosion. Everything in close range takes SP damage equal to your mech's maximum heat capacity.
Do you have your ejection seat?
Oh, God.
Well, this is the mech that he hit that's exploding.
Right,
Oh,
but
that's
I'm in
good.
close range.
But it's going to do a lot
You
of
are.
damage to whoever's next to it.
It's going to do a lot more damage to me than I did to it.
It's mech's maximum heat capacity.
The
Oh.
area your mech was in
Well,
becomes
most
irradiated.
mechs, their heat capacity is 6.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's going to do way more damage to me than I did to it. I can't take that much damage.
It has 4.
Yeah,
It's
I can't
capacity.
take that much damage.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
I have a total of 5 structure points,
Oh, no.
Ooh.
and I've already lost 2 of them. Oh,
You have an escape hatch, right?
I do. I mean, is losing all of my health require escaping, or is it just mean my mech breaks down?
The event that a mech suffers critical damage. So I think when you hit 0, you roll critical damage.
Okay, well, that means I get to make 2 rolls that are going to be bad for me.
Roll on this table. So yeah, there's a critical damage table. When your mech reaches 0 structure points.
Well, would you like for me to roll my heat roll first or the critical damage roll first?
Does it deal heat damage with this too?
When I shoot my flamethrowers, I take on heat also.
Oh yeah,
no.
you should do the heat roll first.
As a function of them being linked, I take 1 point of heat for every weapon I fire.
Okay.
Fortunately, it says to roll them at the conclusion. Oh my god!
Oh my.
No!
Jesus.
Oh,
And then the factory exploded.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
All right, Dan, roll on the reactor overload. That's in the macros.
Oh no. Okay, that's not as
Okay,
bad.
one of your mech systems is destroyed.
Oh god, don't
gosh.
destroy my escape hatch.
That
I
would
could
be
see.
That would
so
be fun.
You get to
horrific.
choose.
I
That
can
would be so mean.
it's randomly. So if you roll a D3 or whatever, I mean
Oh god. What
I
is
just
like a
isn't that
slow
random or by the
horrific
mediator?
death? Trapped inside your mech.
I feel it coming, guys. Tell me what it's.
I'm gonna do random.
Tell me which one's which number.
It's an order on your sheet. So one is
2,
your
3.
flamethrower, 2 is your other flamethrower, and 3 is your escape hatch.
All right, here comes the big number 3.
And it's your mech systems. It's not a not a module.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I called it.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god, Dan, why?
Oh my goodness.
Dan's about to get microwaved.
All right, Dan.
All right, now for the critical failure roll.
And what's worse is he's been our best solid damage.
All right, now, where do I roll my get fucked even harder at?
There is also in the macro there is critical damage.
Oh no.
Critical, I think it's this critical damage.
If it's in the rollable tables, I don't see it. Or is it somewhere?
Yeah, there's a critical damage macro.
It's in the macros.
Icon at the bottom.
Macros. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, critical damage, critical injuries, like when you're out of your mech.
Whole folder.
Critical damages. Yeah.
I just take the whole folder and put it in here? No. Oh, well, I should just go ahead and put the critical damage in here because I'm probably going to need it a lot.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good. So I'm just trapped in my mech.
Yeah, your mech is stable at 0, but inoperable and cannot move or take actions until it regains at least 1 structure point. So if you get healed at all, you're fine. But you cannot leave your mech as it explodes. So, yeah. And so that goes off. I think, is Dan the only one in range, or would Jeremy also be in range of that? I think you're right next to that one.
I don't think so. I think I was the only one in this case. It depends on how generous you're feeling.
Yeah, we're gonna say that just hit you, Dan. You're right on top of it. Do you mount this mech? It blows up. You blow up.
Just
and
a
you just
little
kind
bit.
of fall out of the sky and clunk. But you're alive, not dead. So that's good.
There's just a dent on my escape hatch now.
Yeah.
It won't open. Door stuck.
Yep.
Good lord.
Door
But-
stuck.
Hey, all of the mechs are dead.
Please.
All of the forestry drones are dead.
We succeeded.
And I tried to be
Was-
dead also.
We're going to say
Joe,
the
big
smoke
mission
clears away.
accomplished
Enough
banner.
time has passed that there's not really any
Did it.
pressurization in that smoke that Eddie shot. So everyone's able to see 3 dead forestry drones, and Dan's kind of flipped on his side.
Joe, is any of those forestry drones intact enough for me to scan?
To scan, yes. For sure, one of them is.
Okay. Then I'm going to scan one of
that's
them
not the
so
place
I
this belongs.
can if it is a if I scan an intact mech chassis system or module, I now have its blueprint. Me and everyone in our Union crawler is now able to craft this item. So I guess that would include the mech itself as well as any modules it has.
Yep. You said you get 1 from scanning it?
It says, if you scan an intact mech chassis, system, or module in this way, you now have its blueprint.
Okay. So it sounds like per thing that you scan, you're basically getting like 1 thing out of the scan.
Oh, nice. So other than the one that's
either
been
either
obliterated.
the chassis, the system, or the module, yeah.
Yeah. And it's got kind of a non-standard chassis.
So,
So that wouldn't be super valuable.
But the buzzsaw arm, that I'm assuming that's a module that we could maybe scan.
Well,
Or
that
if
is
they're being run by Canary, learn that fucking Canary shit so we can reverse engineer it and fuck it.
Yeah, it's got a comms module. It's got what is this one? It's got a firewall, a self-destruct module, zoom optics. I think those are all the modules it's had. It's got comms, firewall, self-destruct, and zoom optics.
So I guess the arm would be part of the chassis then.
Yeah, the arm would be a system on it, not a module. And it's the equivalent of like a chainsaw arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wonder what the most useful thing would be then to get a blueprint for.
I mean, it's probably easier to get a hold of chainsaw schematics than it is like good firewall schematics, I would think. Comparatively.
Yeah, I would get the sense that the firewall is the most rare.
Okay.
That's not a super common component, especially for like other salvagers and stuff. That's the type of component you see a lot more often on like big money mechs that are run by like corporations and stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a blueprint of the firewall then, I guess.
Cool.
Joe, how do these ability points things work?
Which one?
Well, I mean, just in general, because like I've got stuff that says it uses AP, and it says I've got
so you've got
AP.
a certain amount of AP
on your pilot sheet.
Yeah.
On your pilot. Yep.
So you would spend that on like abilities
AP,
for your pilot.
Just spend it whenever.
How often does it refresh?
And it refreshes, I believe, per mission.
Okay. So Dan, your mech is broken right now?
Very broken.
Okay.
Zero SP, and my escape hatch is damn broken.
Okay. I will use my hand rivet.
As long as he gets to 1 SP, he's able to function again.
I'll use my hand rivets gun chassis repair for 4 AP. To repair your damaged mech, presuming it's a Tech 1 mech chassis or vehicle, to intact condition, it is now usable with 1 SP.
Hooray!
I don't have enough ability points to also fix your door. I'm 1
Fortunately,
point short.
I think realistically I can still get out. I think the escape hatch is the oh shit mechanism.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I can slowly climb out of my mech while it's exploding and die, or I can escape hatch out, except it broke.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have like the rapid hit a button, like fly out on your seat.
I did. So I'm broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're up and running now.
I just got to avoid dying in fire again.
Yeah. How much scrap can I get out of these broken drones?
You get to salvage. Basically, we can roll the salvage mech 3 times. So whoever wants to roll those for each one of these, you can roll that.
Let me get
that. Is also a macro here.
Yeah, I'm getting that macro added.
Yeah, I can roll that. I've got it ready.
Okay.
So there's 13. Do I roll it 3 times, Joe, for the 3 mechs?
Yep.
Okay. 14 and 17.
So we get 3 chassis or 3 modules of our choice.
Salvage the mech chassis or a system or a module of your choice mounted on it. As damaged condition. Anything else is considered destroyed.
Well, you guys wanted those chainsaw arms and stuff, right?
Yeah, so these, again, they have a comms module, firewall, self-destruct, and zoom optics as their modules. And they've got locomotion systems, rigging arm, I believe, is kind of what their articulating arm is. Yep. And then a chainsaw arm. And they also have loudspeakers.
Okay.
Well, we'll get a chainsaw arm. What do you guys think? Either the sensor module.
We should probably
or
take. Does anybody not have a firewall?
I don't.
I don't either.
Okay.
Do what now?
Neither do I.
Just 3 firewall modules
Probably-
then?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
like
I'd want to-
my mining rig does more than a chainsaw.
I don't have room for any more modules, so
I don't either, but
I would say honestly, the firewalls are probably the best thing. That way we've
Okay.
all
Yeah.
got them.
whether we equip them later or we hawk them, that's probably what's going to get us the most
Yeah.
bang for buck.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus, my opinion is like
seem-
maybe if these things are all being run by this Canary AI, if we have their firewall, maybe whatever it's using to interface with them, we might find traces of that in the firewall to then find a way to fuck with Canary. And, again, stick our fingers digitally into its skull to ram it onto our, digital penis to skull fuck it.
Yeah.
Off
All
of
right.
pure scrap value, the chainsaw arms are 3 and the firewall are 2. Those are like the 2 most valuable.
Oh.
But if we repair the firewall modules, for those of you that don't have them,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking like down the line, if we ever run into a situation where something can attack us digitally, like we probably want to have we don't want to get hacked.
All right. I've
Yeah.
got those.
Which is much more common if you're going against big corpos.
Yeah. I've got those loaded into the battle ass. We can fix them later.
Sweet.
Cool. Our first combat. I'm learning the system.
And it went
Yay!
all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you guys are in this room here. It's got all the chutes that bring you up to the surface. These seem to be ones that were returning back from the surface. They don't seem to have anything on them, so looks like maybe they were called back quickly or something. Or maybe they just happened to show up randomly, all 3 of them, and started attacking out of nowhere. Who knows? But
I suspect not random, but
yeah. All right. And from here, the next room is or going off the ASCII map that Steven, the manager, gave you. It was basically kind of in a straight line if you were going this way. The freight room, or the freight elevator, the warehouse, this shuttle chute room, and then the next room is the AI, and past that is the reactor.
Let's hit the AI.
All right.
I have a lot of structure points, so I will take the lead.
I have not that.
I'm
so
still
I
okay. I will be right up there with Candyman.
I will take up the rear with my 1 structure point.
Yeah.
I
Coyote
will-
and Echo in the back.
You and I both will be fighting it out to be the most rear of the rears.
I'm angry. I'm not stupid. I know that Canary's just an idea instead of a machine. I still call dibs on stabbing him in the fucking face.
Deal.
I mean, I'm fine letting you have that. I mean, I'll tell you what, you do that, and I'll play some sexy saxophone music.
Oh, sexy sex man.
Yeah.
Burp. Burp, 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 burp.
Candyman, you got no idea that you help me keep going.
Nothing but careless whisper.
Just over and over again.
I can't help
All
it
right, you
now,
guys
man.
continue through?
Candyman is the dude from Lost Boys.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
there you go.
He's the saxophone dude from Lost Boys, but in a mech.
That's awesome.
I love it. Okay. So at the
Stomping
end of this
ahead
room,
to this AI.
there is another one of those similar like sliding doors, but this one is all the way down. And similar to the other door, it looks like there's controls on it, but the lights seem to be off on the raised lower thing.
Hmm.
Oh.
I'll knock.
And you see above the door it says operations.
I'll knock on the door with my chainsaw hand.
You knock. It rattles a lot because it's one of those kind of doors that like has lots of metal like slots that kind of stack on each other as it moves. So it vibrates and shudders a lot as you bang on it, but you don't get any response.
Great. Hmm.
There's also a human-sized door to the side of this large mech-sized door.
Oh, that means I can get out of my mech and risk a different pool of health.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Go through the people door.
Right. The people door.
That sounds like a task for Daniel.
Daniel the Brave.
The nearly dead, so, you know, why not? I will.
Or you can try and force open the big door.
That sounds like not a good job for me.
I mean,
Look, I'm happy to force open a back door if that's what we need to do.
I do have this other improvised explosive here that I've been dying to use.
Oh,
We might want to save that for
fine with
blowing up
that.
the AI.
How long does it take for heat to clear? Like, would it be gone after combat?
It'd be gone after combat, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if anyone has any heat, you can clear it. It takes like, I think it's like an hour or something like that of just being totally shut off. But it's essentially.
I do have a high pressure hose that I can remove heat with.
Nice.
I heard demolitions. I'm glad to step away a couple steps.
If we've
I
got a
will find
demolition
explosion.
charge, if we got a demolition charge, shouldn't we save that for the AI if we want to blow it up?
Yes.
I do
Okay,
have
so-
2 of those salvaged mines still. I mean, we could try and do
Oh,
something
that's right.
with
We got the
those.
salvage mines.
We'll
Okay.
rig them up and
Okay.
then shoot them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Why
I'll
don't you
definitely-
mind your P's and Q's, canary? Yeah, I shouldn't waste that ahead of time.
I will bravely be not near this. I will say
Same.
bravely.
Yeah, we all bravely step away.
hmm
So I'm going to blow Canary up. Is that the idea?
Well,
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna blow the door.
Well,
up.
that's later. Right now, the door is getting blown up with Chuck's improvised mines.
Well, either my mines or your explosives.
Oh, go ahead and use your minds.
I was say, which one sounds more
My-
reliable when you're trying to actively kill someone with?
My IAD only does 3 structural points, so yours might do more.
Okay.
Oh, how much does yours do?
I don't know. I picked up damaged mines.
The mines?
Yeah. Salvaged landmines.
Yeah. I believe those are also 3 structure points.
Okay.
yeah. Between that and then after they go off, we can just kind of like physically push stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll set up my 2 landmines. Like
You get the sense that one would be enough.
I'll do 1 landmine and like
Mhm.
get out of my mech to gently place it.
Just starfish that door.
Yeah. Like kind of put it up against the door, back away very rapidly. That way one of you can shoot it.
Okay. Who
Excellent.
wants to make that core roll?
Not it.
I do.
'Cause I don't want to
All
blow
right.
up again.
I'm gonna fail. Hope we don't fail.
Hey.
Fuck you, canary. I'm coming for you.
There you go. This, I imagine this is your 50 caliber.
Yeah.
Yep. It spins up, hits the mine, and obliterates this door. This door has one structure point. So
And let's be honest,
Beautiful.
Ruffles, being the person he is, this is a salvage 50 caliber. It's clearly been put in a region of his Bobcat.
It's a dick gun.
It's a dig gun.
There's a little bit of thrusting involved.
Oh,
Yep.
Bam,
fuck
bam, bam.
you, canary. You can't keep me back. Oh.
It's that Austin Powers that was in.
Who does number 2?
And also
work
kind of
for?
Dust Till Dawn with Sex Machine.
Mm-hmm. The crotch pistol.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? Tony?
He's a special effects dude.
Yeah.
That's his main thing.
Yeah.
you feel a lot of recoil in your cockpit, but you're
Worth
fine with that. So you
Okay,
blast
I don't
this,
feel anything else inside anymore.
and this door just crumples inwards and absolutely gets obliterated. There's even part of the wall is like taken off, and there's a just massive opening now in the side of this.
It's Tom Savini. That's his name.
Oh, Tom Savini. Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's so good.
You open the door to operations. So the first thing that you see is there's another, like on the very far side of the room, there's another large door, kind of like this, that is open, and it says reactor.
It's one of
This
our
room
friends,
is full of a
isn't it?
whole bunch of like cubicles and things. Some have been partially disassembled. And then over on one side of the room, there's kind of this raised platform that's got this massive desk behind it. And what looks like a factory arm robot, the kind that you would see like that manufactures cars and things, is sitting behind that, like a massive desk over there, surrounded by monitors. And kind of on the side of it, Ruffles would absolutely recognize this device. It's like a small kind of, usually it's like shoulder or chest mounted little computer that often houses the Canary AI that miners would wear when they're out in the mines. And it seems to be just kind of fused and melded into the side of this arm.
It's fucking watching off of that arm right there. That little fucking thing said, I know that motherfucker. Whenever I had that fucking cave in that took my little girl, that's what it was fucking wearing.
Let's
And you
go
see
kick its
that
ass.
a safe similar to the one that you saw in the security footage is sitting on top of this large desk in front of it. And this mechanical hand is just constantly, it appears to be brute forcing the combination on the lock.
Boy, it's apparently never watched Lucky Picking Lawyers, so.
Yeah. And you see like one of the consoles behind it has just strings of numbers, and it'll try a combination, and then boop, and a new number appears and it says failed. And it just seems to be kind of unbothered doing that. And as this explosion goes off, it stops and it rights itself and points its way towards you all. And it says, "Oh, hello. You don't appear to be employees with Avantis Heavy Industries."
Oh,
Yeah, we
hello.
are. You can check with Steven. We're good.
I'm playing the opening to Baker Street right now.
I'm charging it.
Okay.
Nah.
Go for it.
I apologize. It's not the logical thing to do,
No.
but
It's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
okay. Tough choice. I'm happy about this.
Okay. Tough choice. So when attacking, you hit, but you may make a tough choice.
So I'll be coming in
So
doing
what
like
are you attacking with?
the drilling rig. So it would be between charge and whatnot, it would be 5 structural points. He wants to just destroy that thing, but also it's a giant drilling rig in a area where maybe that's not a good idea.
Sure. So here's your tough choice. Either because you get the sense that this arm does not have as much structure points as this drill. Like, get the sense that it will probably be obliterated.
Good.
Here's the 3 choices. You could either not deal a killing blow to it, you take out the computers behind it, or you take out the safe.
But I want to take out the AI portion of it.
Yeah. So, like, if you're being careful enough that you don't destroy the computers or the safe, then you do hit it, but it doesn't die in one hit. You just kind of like pull back at the last second so you don't destroy other things. But if you decide to fully kill,
a tough choice. Yeah.
The AI in one hit, either it drills through and hits.
So let's just assume I absolutely intend to murder this thing.
Yeah.
Then you got 2 choices.
It's ruin the computers or ruin the safe.
Yeah.
Fuck the computers.
Okay.
We're kicking this thing's ass.
There's zero thought being given to that.
Alrighty.
Like, I feel like the safe is the thing that my friends will want. It has to die. I don't give a shit about computer.
Yep. Fair enough. You run in, it starts talking, it immediately says, "Oh, you appear to be," and your drill just absolutely obliterates through it. It tries to like grab your drill at first with its hand, and it just goes through it and spins it. You kind of break it off its mount. You send just the little the little base of the Canary AI kind of flying off, but its entire mount and everything's destroyed. And your drill pierces into the center of the computer console behind it. Wires and everything rip off, and you pull all these monitors and all these computers together, and it just gets absolutely blended on the end of your drill.
I don't think Steven backed us up.
Yeah.
If he was worth his salt, then yes.
And the little center bit of that console just of the Canary AI skitters off to the side, but it's effectively dead.
Yay.
You see, there's like a little bit, you know that there's like a battery in this thing. So it's kind of flashing its screen a little bit. It says on battery power.
All right.
Rush it.
Hear a much smaller speaker. Why?
Talking, let me find you. Keep talking.
You hear it coming from it's just like sitting on the ground. There's like a little piece of it that's broken off from the main arm.
Is it possible to like open like the cockpit of the mech?
Yeah.
How big is this little AI thing?
It's like a little Amazon Alexa thing, isn't it?
It's basically like think a little bit bigger than like a phone or something. Think like a walkie-talkie kind of size. That's usually like on someone's shoulder.
Okay, I want to get out of my mech. I do have an escape hatch. I want to get out of my mech and start being with my pickaxe.
Okay.
Why? Why?
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You just absolutely obliterate this thing with your pickaxe. It breaks apart. You're sending chips of plastic and circuit boards everywhere, a screen. And you've effectively completely destroyed this little Canary AI.
Her name was Evelyn. You piece of shit.
As soon as it completely dies, there were several guns and turrets that just kind of, you see them drop down. It looks like they were getting ready to attack you all, but they no longer have any direction or control from the computers that you destroyed.
Strong, decisive action.
Yes.
So conveniently, we destroyed all the correct things in one shot.
All right, let's brute force this safe.
Yeah.
That drilling hand can probably do a good job of opening it if we're careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get the sense that several, like, your rigging arms are probably strong enough to rip it open, and your drilling arm definitely is strong enough to drill through it. It'd just be a matter of like being careful enough that you don't.
I also
destroy
have
what's
salvage
inside of it.
tools and stuff like that as a like an engineer type, so I could probably use
so lots of
smaller
approaches to
hand
get
tools
into it.
instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could apply our lessons from the lockpicking lawyer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get out
Yes.
the plasma cutter.
We just hit that safe with another safe, and it should open. No.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't pick the lock. The lock fell off with the door.
Yeah.
Who's trying to open it?
I will try and open it with my salvage tools because I got all kinds of like hand tools for salvaging stuff.
Do they have any specific like mechanic built into them?
Covers a wide array of tools from jacks to hammers to angle grinders that are used in salvaging.
Yeah.
Allows you to
I'd
salvage in
say-
the field.
Yeah. And you've already used your angle grinder a few times too. So I'd say you're able to, it would take you a bit, but you're able to get into the safe. No problem.
Let's crack this
You don't need to roll
acorn.
for it.
Yeah.
So you guys pop open the safe. And you see
Full of
inside
Snickers
of it,
bars. Veiny, delicious Snickers bars.
you see that there seem to be like some scrapbooks and like family memorabilia of the Gridley family, the old couple that previously owned the safe, and several data chips, some pictures that of the employees and things. And just quickly looking through it, you get the sense that Mr. and Mrs. Gridleaf used to both work at this facility. And Mrs. Gridleaf in particular was a very high up person in operations. And something made her leave the company. You're not exactly sure what. But you're able to get that very quickly just from looking at what's in there. And there are like 5 data chips.
Hmm.
We should probably avoid eating these chips, but
Yeah.
And because we are right at time, that's probably a good place to cut it.
Sounds like a plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So next time you'll figure out more about the contents of the safe, the relation of Mrs. Gridleaf in this facility and what it was doing. You still got the reactor room to look at.
our missing Roomba, potentially other robot friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Several other Roomba
We could
friends.
relocate them to the surface where they
We
could
could-
be of use.
Relocate them to our walker.
Yes, to the hot dogs.
We could sell them into slavery.
We're not selling
No,
them.
no.
We give them a
We're not
job.
selling them. We're
Working
giving
You are
them
now
jobs.
indentured servants of the nearest town. Start cleaning.
Oh. They're gonna work around hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get paid.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
have
yeah. We're gonna take them to
benefits.
the hot dog factory. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Slash, the restaurant.
Imagine a Roomba. You sprinkle a little of that dust on there, and then you set one of those hot dog rollers on top of it.
They could be
Now it's a
like
mobile
our,
hot dog cart.
They could be like our mobile hot dog waiters, just like
There you go.
R2D2 was in episode 5.
Ruffles. They could be bringing you hot dogs all during the day.
Okay.
Almost be like new family.
Is your family famous for bringing you hot dogs all day?
That was what I asked for on my birthday.
Oh no.
Mama, Papa, did you get me that hot dog cake?
Just
God.
to bring up one more
Flour was
opportunity
too
hunger.
expensive, but repurposed meat from your fellow miners was the only affordable thing.
just feel like I gotta make one more opportunity hunger for us here. You get that hot dog smoothie.
Oh.
Bring
Only
it
got
back
two
for a third
ingredients: hot
time.
dogs and hot dog water.
Okay.
Let it out in the sun so it could mature a little bit.
Get your eyes all infected.
Cure it.
Only if you're throwing raw chickens at each other.
Yeah.
Now I gotta
Yeah.
find
Next time you'll figure out what to do with the turned Roomba employees. You can investigate the reactor room, see
And
what
we have a sample
Canary
of the
was up
stuff.
to.
We do.
That's
do
true.
have a
We do have
sample?
a sample of the stuff.
You can decide
Yeah.
if you
Who
want
wants
hold
to
on
be
to
part
that
of
or
their
not.
mech?
Who wants that?
Let's
We're gonna
see.
put it directly into our ventilation system someday and see what happens to the campaign.
I mean, you could do that.
Guys, I have bad news.
Might not advise
Everybody
it.
on the Union crawler
You
has,
could
has
absolutely
disappeared.
do that.
But good news, the Union crawler is continuing to function at peak efficiency.
The hot dogs gained sentience.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
More than just the hot dogs. But yep. So we'll do all that 2 weeks from now. I think actually, are we still playing 2 weeks from now? Or is
Think so?
What's 2 weeks?
That's the
from now?
21st.
No,
This
we're
is
not. We're
21st.
going to be not playing in 2 weeks. We won't be
Yeah.
back to this until possibly January 4th.
Yeah. So we've got other stuff going on 21st. So yep. The 4th will be our next time. We've got Christmas activities and things from now and then. But it'll be good.
Yeah.
We're back. You guys had your first combat, and I
Yay.
misread the rules, but it's all good.
How
We figured it out.
Learning experience.
Yeah.
We survived.
Mhm.
We're the greatest.
Yes.
We are the greatest.
Despite my best efforts, I'm still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And then next session, you guys should definitely be wrapping up this mission, and that'll be next session. It'll probably wrap up pretty quick, so we'll be going into like what you do with downtime, how you collect scrap and do stuff with your Union crawler, all that kind of stuff. There's some like intermediary things that you do between your next mission. It's also when you can do upgrades, all that. So
Cool.
I'm gonna put more flames on the outside of my mech and more blinky buttons in the cockpit.
that's how it gets more powerful.
Mhm.
More
think so.
buttons, more power.
Nothing
just
like
more-
RGB lights to make your mech just pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and just more lights, more power.
That's actually
Absolutely.
that's actually the quirk of my mech is that the cockpit has far too many buttons. But in my mind, I've custom wired those buttons up so that I can push any combination of 5 or more buttons, and then the last button I hit is the one that it actually does what that button does.
Mm.
The problem is, in my mind, that also short circuits a lot, and then I gotta like bypass it and turn it all off so it works.
Yeah.
But it looks
My
cool.
quirk is the
Always looks
RGB
cool when you
lights.
have to hit more buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for playing, everyone. What else do we
Thank
have
you.
going on here, Chuck and everyone?
Tomorrow at noon, we'll be doing Dragonbane. They'll probably be streaming because that's what I've been doing.
True. Yep, because we moved our
Yeah. Wednesday, John will possibly be. I don't know what we're going to do because Dan is going to be MIA. And then Friday, we'll be doing more Pathfinder. That's what DOK's got going. Bert, you got anything happening?
I may do some playtesting tomorrow, depending on who's up for
Yep.
it.
I'll be available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anything else?
much
Go
pretty
to the
anything.
Discord where I'm about to post a link about the hot dog smoothies that I mentioned just
Mm.
moments ago.
Oh God.
Yes.
I would like to keep my food down. Thank you.
It's Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
All right. Well, thanks for
Not
watching,
very
everybody.
good quality, but I found it.
Later.
Have a good
See
night.
ya.